Hey everybody, Spa City Figures here. I hope everyone is doing well. And today we're going over our weekly haul. We haven't done a weekly haul video in a little while, but this week has been pretty great. And we've got a few different things. We've got some stuff from retailers, we've got some stuff that were pre-orders online, and some stuff from a friend who was just getting rid of some stuff that he didn't need or didn't want anymore. And I will happily take advantage of that. So we're going to go over everything today, and at the end, we're even going to do an unboxing of one of these figures. You'll see which one. You could probably already guess. We've got videos for the other ones, but go ahead and stay tuned to the end of the video to see that unboxing. And let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and hit that intro.
Yeah. Play it loud. Yeah. I will not allow anybody else to try and break me down.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started today with the loose figures that we got. These all come from my buddy Jake through Facebook. Whenever I was on Facebook, I didn't take advantage of the wrestling figures groups that were on there. There were a few that I joined up maybe a few months ago, and they were all right. We had some cool discussions, and there were a lot of people selling things, and I wasn't really sure if it would be something that I would want to take advantage of or I would want to join, but I ended up joining anyway. Joined one group ran by my buddy Jake, who lives over on the West Coast, but actually knows one of my friends from here in town in Arkansas. And so we had an immediate connection there. He and I started talking, and he was selling some figures. This is probably the third, I think the third lot that I've bought from him. Also had a Finn Balor demon statue and another Finn Balor demon little figure. I can't remember which one it was, like what the name. It came out of box whenever I received it, so I was originally collecting all in box, and then I was opening them. I didn't really want to get loose figures, but then it didn't make sense to me anymore because I was going to open them anyway. I was going to have them on the shelf. So unless it's something that I really want to keep mock, I don't care if it's coming loose or not. And that's all these guys are. They're all loose, so getting a better price, better rate of shipping, and getting some great figures out of it. He's got a great collection that he is selling off, and I've put a pretty good dent in it just myself. So let's go ahead and start here with a figure that I've had my eye on probably since I started collecting. I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 88. And so early 90s, mid 90s, wrestling, WCW, WWF, those were all what I grew up on. And Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, was always one of my favorite wrestlers. And so since I started collecting, I had seen this figure, almost lost him there, seen this figure and had really wanted him because look at that beautiful Union Jack flag that he's holding. It is amazing. There's a little, paint damage on it. It's used. It's Series 39. So, I mean, I get it, especially if somebody else was using it. But this figure is absolutely beautiful. The braids, I need to get a little bulldog walk out with him now. But I absolutely love this figure. And when I saw that he had it, I couldn't pass it up. I've got Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I've got Bret Hart. I need to get Brian Pillman. And I need to get a custom Elite Owen Hart because, of course, they never made an Owen Hart, unfortunately. But I'm figuring I can get a custom somewhere. So if you know anybody that does customs that would do an Owen Hart, let me know. Hit them up in the comments below. But this figure is absolutely awesome, and I'm so glad to have it in my collection. And definitely going to put it there with the Hart Foundation and try to get that completed as quick as possible. The next figure, another really cool figure. It wasn't one that I really had my eye on, but I absolutely love this figure. This Umaga from Series 40 just is a beast, which we all knew Umaga was a beast anyway. And the figure itself is great. Barefoot, great attire. Love the hair. A little loose on the braids. The necklace that comes with it. the little ring skirt or his entrance skirt, and it is a great figure. I've seen a lot of positive reviews on this figure from other people's videos, and so I knew whenever that one came up that I had to get it too. Now, a figure that I never really had the chance to get, I don't have a Target in my city. There's one about 45 minutes away. I don't get a chance to take a trip up there very often, so I knew I was really missing out on this wave. But the Royal Rumble Lita was another figure that I really had my eyes on. And it wasn't one that I was really hunting for just because I knew it wasn't really going to be too feasible. But if it ever showed up whenever I made a Target run, I was going to grab it. But instead, no need for that. He was getting rid of his Royal Rumble Lita. I still need that Macho King. If anybody has a loose Macho King Royal Rumble series, I would like to grab that, especially to go with that Sensational Sherry that I got. But this is a great Lita figure. Definitely one of the pioneers of Women's Revolution, her and Trish Stratus. So have to get a Trish Stratus now too. But I'm real happy to get this one on the shelf and put in my women's division over there. Speaking of women's divisions, I never had a Bayley. And I found the Network Spotlight Bayley in his collection. I passed on it before, couldn't pass up on it this time. Had to get the Hugger. I will definitely be getting the new Elite Series 80, I believe it is, Bayley whenever it comes out. Because got to have heel Bayley too with the short haircut. But the tassels there on the little ring entrance cape, the figure's great. But now I can put her next to Sasha Banks. We can have that tag team. Honestly, most of my women's shelf is women's tag team. So I've got the custom women's tag team belts. We'll definitely be doing some women's tag matches here soon. Another figure that has a story behind it. I actually pre-ordered from Target the Legends Series Razor Ramon. Another one of my favorites growing up. Love this figure. This is actually from the original wave. It's got the lighter beard. When he came in the box, his chains were over his hair. I always thought that was the weirdest thing. And we didn't get the thumb hands that were initially pictured with the images that came out. But this figure is great. Love the attire. Always love the Razor Ramon. Got the razors on the back there, and it's the bad guy. But I originally pre-ordered this. Target, out of nowhere, they tried to take my payment. Didn't have it at the moment. Called customer support, spoke to them, updated my card information. They said it was going to try to take the payment again. It didn't. It canceled it. So I was afraid that I missed out on this figure. He had it there, snatched it up, no question. So happy to add that to my other Scott hauls. And then last, we got the Defining Moments Macho Man Randy Savage. I never really thought I'd see this figure. And I figured most people would have it on card and it would be too much for me to want to spend on it. But got a pretty good deal on this one loose. And it is just as great as I had imagined it was. This robe is fantastic. You've got the yellow boots, yellow knee pads, the pink trunks, if we can see those there. Maybe if the giant robe will get out of the way. Great attire, great figure, and it's definitely going to look great on the shelf. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we got from this week's toy haul. All right, everybody, moving away from wrestling, another part of our weekly haul this week, we've got some Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Now, we've got a lot of good Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures and weapons and helmets and everything coming out here within the next couple months. So we'll definitely be seeing more videos on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. It's one that I've been around for pretty much since the beginning of it, just after I think Wave 2 came out is when I started collecting. So I had to go back and get the previous waves, and luckily found those for a good deal. But we're definitely continuing those. Again, raised in the 90s. I grew up on Power Rangers. The first time I got in trouble in school was because I was playing Power Rangers on the playground in kindergarten. So me and Power Rangers go a long way back. Now, I'll be the first to admit I quit watching once I started getting a little bit older. So there's a lot that I need to go back and catch up on, like the SPD series and the Dino Charge series. Don't know too much about them, but of course, they're part of the Lightning collection. I have to add them to my collection here and add them to the shelf. But I definitely will be going back and watching more Power Ranger series, trying to start from the beginning and catch up to the current series. But one was a male haul, the SPD Omega Ranger. Being a male haul, it did get a little damaged. Actually, I kind of popped the box back in. But man, it was squished. I'm really hoping everything in the box is okay. We'll do an unboxing video for it, so you guys can check that out too. And we'll all have the surprise to see if it's okay or if everything is crushed, and along with my dreams. So we'll take a look at that one later. But my buddy Cody, Jerry, they were on a toy hunt up at Target, the one that I was telling you about. They found the Dino Charge Black Ranger, which is a Target exclusive. Found it just laying on the shelf. Like, it wasn't even on a peg. Wasn't even in the right area. Somebody had just picked it up and set it down. But I knew that I had to take the first chance to get this one since it was a Target exclusive. And since I don't have a Target in my city, I had to take advantage of that whenever they found it. And I'm so glad that they did. So this is another one that I'm excited to add to the shelf and add to the collection. And we'll do an unboxing video for it as well with the SPD Omega Ranger and Uniforce Cycle. That's going to look real cool on the shelf. I ordered that one as soon as it went up for pre-order, mainly because of that Uniforce Cycle. Had to have it for the collection to complete it, but that cycle is great. So we'll do a unboxing video for those later on. Let's go ahead and get to the real gold of this week's haul. AEW. I am so excited that these are finally here. And the AEW Unrivaled series, Series 1, minus Brandy, of course. I found these in retail. I actually did not order these from Ringside Collectibles. I wanted to. I should have. But I kind of wanted the thrill of the hunt on this one. I got the ring. I got a little bit of the bubbly. So I'm excited for. We already did the little bit of the bubbly unboxing and review. Go check that video out. I'll put a link in the description down below to that video so you can check it out too. And I'm waiting and ready for that full-scale ring with the exclusive Kenny Omega. That one's going to be great because I knew I wasn't going to find that in retail, obviously. I knew I was going to find these, or at least attempt to, but no Brandy. That only came with the Ringside exclusive pre-orders, and apparently from Jeremy Padower, she will be going out to retail, but she will be the rare of the series, other than the Chase, the 1 of 1,000 Jericho, the 1 of 500 Cody. She's going to be the rare in-box figure and did not get sent out on the first wave. Everybody got 2 Kenny Omegas sent out in those boxes. So, of course, we got the 5 that were sent out to retail, and we will be on the hunt for Brandy and those Chase figures. I'm sure they're going to be sent out to retail. I've only seen one so far that anybody's posted on social media. It was reposted from Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, and I started following the guy on Instagram. Just, of course, respect for getting that rare Chris Jericho figure. We got the Inner Circle t-shirt, got the championship belt. Great looking figure, and I am on the hunt for those too, the 1 of 1,000 Jericho, the 1 of 500 Cody. So I'm hoping to find those. I would love to have them just so I can have the full complete collection. If anybody finds those, wants to make a deal, maybe we could work something out. Hopefully. I know a lot of people are going to be finding those and keeping those. But we'll be doing an unboxing video and a review for each of these figures, probably right after I shoot this because I really want to get these open. But for now, let's go ahead and go to the last figure of the haul for this week. And last but certainly not least, we have the one and only Top Picks 2020 WWE Elite Collection Ricochet, and I am real happy to get this on my shelf and in my collection because Ricochet is one of my favorite superstars on the WWE roster right now, even if he is being underutilized and not pushed like he should be. The man is fantastic, love his indie career, and the Elite 69 Ricochet is still one of my favorite figures to this day, but one of the first figures that I got. I started collecting around Series 68. Those were on shelf whenever I first started collecting. So this was the next series. That was one of the first figures that I got right after the initial first couple figures in Elite Series 68. So I'm real happy to get this to my collection. Let's take a look, and we'll compare it to the other Ricochet as well for the Elite 69. I do still want the Network Spotlight Ricochet that just came out recently here within the last couple months. I never did get a chance to pick that up from store, but I will be getting that in my collection. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the box and take a look at it. And of course, any unboxing, we use our trusty wallet knife. And there we have it, guys. The Top Picks 2020 WWE Elite Collection Ricochet. And here he is next to, still one of my favorite figures, the Elite 69 Ricochet. This is how he's displayed on the shelf. And this one's going right next to him as soon as this video is done. It's the same figure, just a different attire, same head scan, same entrance coat. Everything's the same about it, but I do love having the white, off-white attire. It's very clean. I love the attire. I love having the contrast to the original first in the line Elite 69 attire. And that entrance cape with the wings is absolutely fantastic. So I'm happy to have another one of those. But that's going to be all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite part of the video was, what you're looking forward to seeing, and why it's the AEW Unrivaled collection. We'll be doing those videos here shortly. So if you want to see more from me, drop kick that subscribe button. Click that bell for notifications so you get a notification anytime that I post a new video. And until the next one, see ya.
Yeah. Play it loud. Yeah. I will not allow anybody else to try and